Shalom Chaverim, I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live here, guys. We are overlooking the Syrian border here in the Golan here with Damascus in the background. And you may not be able to hear it here using the capture here that we're using. And as of right now, it's not going off right this very second here, but every few seconds here, heavy shelling to the far east of Damascus. Let me kind of turn a little bit here with you so you guys can see Damascus. It's so hard to see when the camera's backed out like this here. Later this evening on Israeli News Live, we'll be sharing with you some of this footage here. Far east of Damascus is definitely a major battleground right now. There is no question prophecy is about to be fulfilled. Damascus, we know, becomes a ruinous heap. And no matter how hard President Vladimir Putin is trying to keep Bashar al-Assad protected from all this fighting here, the U.S.'s latest strike supporting ISIS there. They claim that it was an accident. Okay, I'll say they claim that. I agree, they claim that. It does, as President Putin, as also his foreign minister to the United Nations, that say it's highly suspicious, the activity. The day before, they're rejected by the moderate rebels. Perhaps they did this to show their allegiance to ISIS, that they would back them. All they want to do is topple Bashar al-Assad. Now, President Obama has made that very clear. He wants to topple Bashar al-Assad. But the thing is what's making this bad here, guys, they're going to bring down Damascus, and this may end up igniting a third world war. Russia's already high tensions with the United States, major troop movement everywhere. Even Israel is fortifying their own Golan Heights here. But the shelling is massive to the east of Damascus. I've been here many times. I've seen fighting and stuff before. With our bigger cameras, we're able to zoom in on these areas. You can see the plumes of smoke going off. Some of it is shelling from the ground, but clearly some of the massive explosions that we are hearing is no doubt it is being done from bombers coming in, dropping. One of the bombs that came down sounded just like a cluster bomb going off. So we don't know who's dropping the bombs, which part, who's supporting who. Over at the top of Hermon Valley, Hermon Mountain, which is, did you hear that one there? That's another heavy bombing by military forces. But over to the north of us here, in the position where I just turned to, this is in the direction of Aleppo. Way faint off in the distance, you can hear shelling there. But east of Damascus, it is on fire today. And fighting in the day, fighting in the night. Guys, Damascus may end up getting hit pretty hard. We know the Iranian special forces are here, which I am not supportive of because they say they want to annihilate Israel. And, I know there's many of you that'll say, well, it's a Zionist nation. There's two forms of Zionism. Always remember that. There was that Vatican side that came here that wants to take our land, that swore, Ezekiel the prophet saw in chapter 35, these two nations will be mine. But God knows it. He hears what they're saying. It's not going to be theirs. But then there's the true Jews that are here, that came here because wanting to see the Mashiach coming. For the believers of Yeshua, it is his second coming. But anyway, guys, Damascus is about ready to be besieged. I am afraid that we are looking at only days, if not a few weeks out before troops make it there, unless Putin does something. But we already know what the scripture says is going to happen. I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live from Damascus. Israeli News Live stream has carried this live as well today, but I think this will be the first time you actually hear the actual footage. I hear planes overhead. I do think that these planes, though, they sound more like props. Probably they are surveillance aircraft. We did hear already this morning in the news that Syria has been shooting down, or claims they have shot down yet another U.S. drone that came over into Syrian airspace as retaliation. That's a very minor retaliation for what happened to these people here. But anyway, guys, be praying for the peace of Israel. And I do ask you to pray as well for all the children and the families here that never wanted to be a part of this war in the first place. So many children have been displaced, families. So many people have suffered, so much death, so much loss of life. And for what? Barack Obama, President Obama, wanted to topple Bashar al-Assad. Is this what he had to do? I know that also today, Miss Powers of the United States got put in her place by Russia's foreign minister. She said, you need to come here and see what you've done. I'm Stephen Benoon with Israeli News Live. Shalom.